Hey everybody. I put in 2 new headlights because apparently I couldn't just buy one. So the guy sold me 2. But those are some nice new halogen lamps. And that's what the old ones look like. You know, kind of old, like you can see like stains in the glass from how old the glass is. This nice, beautiful, nice shiny new headlights. I'm excited about that. One of the screws got stripped. And so I had to go out and, buy a drill to drill it. I went out and bought a bunch of stuff. I bought the drill, I bought the wire wheel, and I also bought a really nice extension cord. That's a 12 gauge extension cord, and I don't know if I'm going to keep it because 12 gauge is apparently like pretty heavy duty, but it's not really, as heavy as 10 gauge. And 10 gauge, I'm gonna need something that I can rely on for the welding, right? And I just don't know if 12 gauge is gonna do it, especially with an 80-foot cord. Like this is 80 feet that goes all the way back to my car, right? The reason why I have it on the tarp there is so that I don't get it too messy, and I haven't been dragging it around at all, so I can take it back to the store very easily. I'm gonna keep the packaging all nice and stuff like that, but I phoned up a guy at a welding supply store over in Keating Crossroad, and he told me, well, it should be fine. Just plug it in, turn it up to like the top of the power range, and just see if it blows your breaker or something like that. But 12 gauge should be fine, especially with like a 120 volt, MIG welder. But I don't know. I guess I'll wait a couple days, buy the welder, bring it back here, test it out, and see what happens. I wonder if there's a way to figure out if your welder isn't really getting as much power as it needs. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell when you don't know, right? It's definitely hard to tell when you don't know. Just wanted to clarify that. But this drill, this is like a Mastercraft. I think it's like a 5 amp drill, 0 to 2700 RPMs. It's not a very good one. Coming over here, I was trying to take out some of these screws on these metal plates, so that I could pop this up and look at the hole in the floor, but it wouldn't take out the screws. Like some of the screws, it wouldn't take out. This one right here, possibly this one, I don't know. It doesn't really matter, but it's one of these. It wouldn't take it out. It wouldn't take it out, and I had to use the Mastercraft screwdriver there to turn it out. There's another one right there that broke off, so I'm gonna have to drill that out. But I think I'm gonna get another drill. I think I'm gonna go get a different one, because this one, it just doesn't have a lot of power. The other ones that are like a step up above this one, they had a lot of features that I didn't really think I would need, right? Like they were like hammer drills, right? So I'm not too sure if that's what I need, but I think that it'd be better than this for sure. So I think I'm just gonna have to spend the money on it, because this cost me $34.99. There was another one. It was a DeWalt, and it was like, I think maybe 2 more amps. It was like a 7 amp, and it had like a key chuck, right? It didn't have an extra handle or anything. Same shape, same stuff. It's just a key chuck. You turn with the key, and I think it must have been altogether a better product, right? But it was only turning at 100 more RPM. So it was 2,800 RPM, and this was a 2,700 RPM, and the DeWalt one was like $50 more, right? So I guess it might have been a situation where you're just like buying a brand name, and that's why you're paying so much. Anyways, yeah. So I took the wire wheel here, and I cleaned this up a bit. I don't really know if, well, you could definitely see that, I wanted to clean it up and see how much it got cleaned up, because there's that's a part of the steps, to clean the metal before you weld it, right? So yeah, like it doesn't really, I'm just gonna put my my eye protection back on. Maybe I could do this with one hand. Well, you get the idea. It's a drill. It's a wire brush. That's what it does. Right? It's a little bit warm. Yeah, but I think I'm going to need to get a grinder. You know, I think I'm going to need to get a 4.5-inch angle grinder. And, you know, use that. I think that's just better because I'm probably sure those are like 4,500 RPMs. Right? And that one's not. So yeah. I did some other exciting stuff. You know, I took off all the weather stripping from the trunk and also along the doors. Maybe I already talked about that. I don't know. But, you know, like I measured the distance between like the channels and stuff like that because I got to get new channels, right? I also got to get new windlace. You know, the windlace is supposed to sort of like stop sound from coming inside the car. You know, I also took a piece from here. There's a big piece here. It seemed to have a piece of metal embedded inside of it, which is really kind of weird. It seemed to have a piece of metal embedded inside it. You know? That's the screw that got stripped. I have to drill that one out too. There's another piece here. I'm pretty sure I talked about all this already. Anyways, just in case I did, you know, I'll leave it alone. You know? But, yeah. I don't know what else to really talk about. You know, I didn't really get a whole lot of work done on the car this weekend, my 3-day weekend. You know, basically, like, if I don't get a lot of work done on the car, a lot of my time is still spent, like, focused on the car, right? Like, reading, you know, watching videos, talking to people on the phone about different sizes of, you know, clutch release bearings. You know, trying to order parts or whatever, or like emailing people or reading websites or walking to and from a place. You know, hours and hours and hours of my time is spent on the car without actually doing anything like physically with the car. You know, like basically all the time on the weekend I have, like probably 85% of it is spent towards the Rambler, you know, even if I'm not working on it. So I didn't really get a lot done this weekend. Picked up a part, picked up, you know, the tools for this job here, right? You know, like I bought a couple more things. I can't remember what they were. I cleaned up the tarp, made it all nice and, you know, presentable and stuff like that, which is not what it looks like right now. You know. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm pretty sure I had something else to talk about, but I can't remember what it is. I have no idea. That's what it's like, you know. You just don't remember things sometimes. I'm not the smartest cookie in the drawer. I don't care. I was talking to my friend the other day when we were having a cup of cocoa here in the Rambler. You know, I was talking to him about how sometimes, you know, I wonder if I'm really, really dumb, but I just don't give a crap, you know? And it made me laugh to say that, but it was really true. He thought it was kind of funny too, but not as funny as I did. Because he really wants to be smart, and he, you know, feels bad if he, you know, isn't feeling smart. And that's his thing, you know? Everybody's different. I just don't care. I'm myself, I'm happy being me, and that's good enough, you know? Like, a funny story I could tell you about that, you know, when I went up to Duncan with my dad to pick up the Rambler, we phoned up the owner, Darren, when we were in downtown Duncan, and I said, "Hey, Darren, do you know how to get to your house from downtown Duncan?" And he's like, "Yeah, I do know how to get here. I live here." And it was pretty hilarious, you know, and like, it made me feel like pretty happy that, you know, I could have such a hilarious time, you know, just not being the smartest guy and, you know, not being bothered by it. It was great. Yeah. All right, everybody. I'm going to turn this off and put this stuff away. I got to go get my my lunch, and I got to go to work early today. One of the guys is getting vaccinated. So, yeah. Anyways, 1958 Rambler. No, it's 1958 AMC Rambler Super. I think this is part 12. Yeah, part 12. Right on, man. Okay. All right. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Have a good day. Bye-bye.